Here are the top 3 most epic ways to watch the World Cup final. Now, I set myself a task. It needs to be quick and simple because there's less than a week till the World Cup final. Secondly, there needs to be a tiered option. We're gonna start with top 3, then 2, and then 1. And wow, you just wait for the top 1 because I have actually tried it myself and it's ridiculous. Also, by the way, perhaps important to mention that this video is not sponsored by anybody, in case you're wondering. Starting with the top 3. So the number 3, we've got an 85-inch TV from Hisense. Now, this is not just any usual TV. Obviously, 4K has to be the standard. Secondly, it needs to be mini LED. Now, I am not sure at which time zone you're watching this from, but most likely it might be bright for you outside. And this is an epic one for you. Even if you've got windows open, this is a mini LED, and this TV here can go up to 3000 nits of brightness, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, there is perhaps a reason why Hisense actually sponsoring the whole World Cup, not this video, but the whole World Cup, because we can see the World Cup in there. And this is one of the best things that you can buy from them. Their specs don't just stop over there. When we're watching sports, we don't want any laggy footage. We want this to be super smooth. And this is 165 Hertz, which is gonna be super smooth. All the movement on the TV is gonna look absolutely insane. And if you're a gamer and you want to use this for gaming later on, it's going to be pretty amazing for that as well. Now, usually this goes over 2.5 grand, but for some reason they are running 40% off. And over 200 people have bought this in the last month, which means that they're preparing for the World Cup final. Number 3, even though being the lowest, you can actually upgrade this to even higher. If you have some extra budget, you can go to 100-inch TV at this, which is absolutely insane. Exactly the same specs, but just even bigger. Perhaps you want to take it outside, it's absolutely ridiculous. In terms of viewing angles, in terms of brightness, colors, everything, there probably isn't anything better out there. I highly recommend this. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you're looking for something a little bit more affordable and perhaps the brightness isn't the most important thing for you, then there is an 85-inch from Hisense as well. It's just a little bit different model. E6, it's still very good, but it's not as bright. The mini LED technology to give you really just the highest brightness, that's not going to be in here. But if you're watching this maybe in more darker environment, you're in a different time zone where it's not going to be sun shining, then this is going to be absolutely perfect option for you. When you're watching this, you probably want to be immersed by the sound and perhaps you need to upgrade your sound system. I highly recommend this. So this is the Sony Bravia Theater Bar 6, and you've got a subwoofer plus a sound bar, which essentially gives you a really good clarity of the highs and then the low end as well. So you really can enjoy all of this cheer when your team is winning, come on England, or you know, when your team is losing, sorry Portugal and Ronaldo. So if you want to check these out, the links are in the description below. Let's move on to number 2. Well, with number 2, we're gonna have to ask the question, what's better than 4K? It's 8K, and 8K is not double the resolution, it's 4 times the resolution. So if you want something absolutely epic and be immersed into the picture quality, seeing the players' sweat and tears right on your screen, then I highly recommend this Samsung 85-inch QLED 8K TV. This listing, neither do these pictures actually do justice how ridiculous this is. It's not as bright as the previous model in there, just because they're running a little bit of a different technology in here, but it's still over 2000 nits brightness, which is absolutely insane how bright this is. And you might be thinking, yeah, but my picture comes only in 4K. Here's the thing, this TV actually up-reses your footage. So if whatever comes in 4K, it actually just uses AI to just make it 8K. So everything you're gonna see is 8K and it's gonna be super sharp, bright, insane picture quality. This is absolutely ridiculous. You might be noticing that this is only 85-inch. Well, The 8K technology kind of caps out at 85. There is something a little bit larger, but you're gonna have to sell your kidney or two and your children and maybe your wife as well. Here's the thing. The best 8K TV that you can buy is this over here. This is the 98-inch, so we're not quite 100-inch here, Samsung Neo QLED TV. And this, if you can find this in stock, well, that's why I couldn't have it on Amazon. I couldn't find it really in stock, but I'm gonna leave the link for this in the description below. Hopefully it's somewhere in stock, but this goes roughly around 25 grand because it's just like the Bugatti of the TV world, okay? This is the best that there is. It's absolutely crazy. And I highly recommend checking this out if you are in a position where you're like, do you know what? I am going to watch the World Cup. Like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. I'm gonna take out a loan, then spend that loan on this one. Links in the description below. But going back to the more affordable 85-inch 8K here, you can see that if you don't want to spend that much on an 85-inch and perhaps it looks ridiculously big on a living room, you can actually go 75-inch or 65-inch. If you look very closely, I can see that the 65-inch is more expensive than the 75-inch. This seems incredible deal. Now, most likely these TV companies are running these deals because World Cup is on and you know that maybe people are gonna be buying TVs because these are crazy deals. Go check them out in the description below. And finally, we have arrived into the top one spot. What about 300-inch display? And what I'm talking about is the Valerian Vision Master. We had this in the studio and it was absolutely ridiculous. I have that screen that I'm talking to you about in a minute as well. And this will take your TV World Cup experience to a whole other level because you're not just inviting your family, you can invite your neighbors, your whole neighborhood, because this solution is for outside. This is probably one of the best projectors you can get for this type of money. And it is quite rather expensive, but if you're thinking how big the screen is going to be, and if you're watching this at the nighttime where it's a little bit darker environment, then this is the one for you. You are not going to regret the experience you're gonna get with this one. This is a 4K projector. It's a laser one. It goes 3,500 lumens brightness. I had this in the studio here set up and it's truly amazing. But what you need for this is not just the projector, but also the screen. Valerian, this one here is 200-inch outdoor screen, but they also offer a 300-inch. Now, bear in mind, you might not have the biggest ones available at very, very quick delivery. So just check the links in the description below and see which ones are available. But bear in mind, after World Cup, you can use this screen for your family movie nights, your neighborhood movie nights, sell tickets. With this outdoor setup, there is one thing missing. Even though this projector has really good speakers built in, and if you want to save a little bit, it's okay. But to get the experience to a whole other level, why don't you get a wireless speaker as well? So this is Sony's SRS XP700 X series wireless portable Bluetooth speaker. I know this is a karaoke and so on, but with just a single cable, you can actually just, boom, connect that projector to the speaker and you're gonna get insane sound quality as well. So this is waterproof and meant for outside. It's absolutely insane. My final tips for you here are, if you're planning to watch the World Cup and you want to upgrade your setup, these are the top absolutely insanely best options that you can get for. But bear in mind the thing, when you're going to watch it, where you're going to watch it, and what's going to be the brightness of this. Because that kind of, sometimes maybe the top one doesn't make sense for you. The top two is better for you, or the top three is actually better for you. But depending where you're watching this from, let me know where you're watching this from and what plans you have and how you're going to watch the World Cup live. I'm going to meet you in the comment section below. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.